All right, we're live. We're going to be going over the Sherri Papini case. I want to talk about how America's little sweetheart may have been a manipulative liar. But before we get into that, we need to do a song. And then, guys, I may have a guest star coming today. I say guest star. Guest person arriving today for the stream. It's going to be fun. I'll see you guys after the song.
Clock ticks slow in a neon room. Shadows hum to a quiet tune. Coffee breathing in the dark. Every stream begins to spark. Sip, sip, stay a while. Pixel glow and a crooked smile. Click, click, don't look back. Something slipping through the cracks. Hear that whisper in your headphones. Feels too close, you're not alone. Stay a while, don't be shy. We've got stories you can't outrun tonight. Soft lights, but the truth cuts through. Every game hides something new. Little clues in what we choose. Late night thoughts you can't refuse. If you're brave, then follow me. Not everything is what it seems. Controller tight, heartbeat quick. Something's moving in the glitch. Chat goes still. Did that move, or is it just the point of view? Don't log off, don't look away. Some things want you here to stay. Stay a while, sinking deep, where the lost don't really sleep. One more story, one more clue. Feels a little close to you. Go on, stay a while. Go on, stay a
Hi guys, welcome back to another fantastic live stream. I'm actually quite excited for today's case. We're going to be going over something that should have come out on Monday, but obviously with everything and me not feeling well and hitting my head, we didn't come out with it. So we're going to be doing it today. I'm going to be talking about the Sherri Papini case, and the main reason I want to do this is because there are two documentaries that came out that I went over and I was like, this is very weird. It's extremely contradicting. There's a couple of things we're going to go over. And with my guest today, unfortunately, he has zero idea what the case is about. For him. Fortunately for me, I now get to have all the fun. And I'm really excited. I get to explain this to him. We get to go through it. It's going to be quite fun. So for now, I just want to say hello to everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm really excited for today. I think this case is... how do I explain it? It is the most intense version of Gone Girl without it being Gone Girl that I've ever seen. Ever. It's absolutely amazing.
Booms on the case.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Let me turn my camera on.
I hear your need of a prime detective.
I am.
Someone who can solve any crime.
Yes. Yes.
Indubitably.
I love this. Welcome.
What is happening? Tell me. What crime are we solving? What situation needs to be fixed? Tell me. What is going on?
All right. The
I am
case.
Boomlock Holmes.
Welcome, Boomlock Poems. We are going over a case about a perfect wife who tend to, she didn't exactly go through everything the way she wanted to in life.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
she got abducted, things didn't go her way. It's quite intense. We're gonna go through it. I'm gonna explain how everything goes. But before we get into it, how are you?
Oh, great. I just solved 3 crimes before getting here. So I think I want to make it a fourth one, you know? You
There
know,
we
I
go.
think it's gonna go fabulous. Also to all my new crime solvers in chat, hello Brouhaha, Cryo, Eris, Tomorrow, Toxic Panda, and Mr. Boom Boom Pow. Shout out to all of you guys. Can't wait to see you help us solve this great mystery of a woman named Sherri Papini.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. I've got clips
Fantastic.
for us to go over. I've got little
Mm,
things so that you can put your detective skills to the case and
mm,
spot little things that we've spotted
mm.
throughout the entire thing.
Interesting.
So we're going to start
Interesting.
this off with just the background of Sherri.
Okay.
So she was born in 1982. She was very well loved as a child. She grew up very happy, and eventually she met a guy when she was younger, and his name was Keith, and they split for a bit. They eventually got back together and they got married. They had the perfect life. They were in Redding, California. They had 2 kids. It was beautiful. Like everything that happened outwardly to the world
Mhm.
was perfect family. She was like super mom. Okay.
Perfect. Super mother. We love
Super
super
mom.
moms. We love super moms.
Absolute super mom. Okay. She made sure she was always part of the kids' stuff. She did everything for the
Mhm.
children, and her husband, he would be out working to provide for the family to kind of make sure that everything was going well. He kind of
Mm.
needed to step up the plate because she had just been let go from her job from AT&T. So
Interesting.
she took over the role of being the house mom and the stay-at-home mom very seriously, and it was fun for them to go through this.
Interesting you say ET&T, not Verizon. Interesting. Let's take a note in that, everybody. Let's put a pin in that.
Why?
Let's put a pin in AT&T. Interesting. We'll circle back to that eventually.
Okay. So, as you can imagine, perfect little house that's going through. And she's like the perfect specimen of a girl, basically. That guys would
Specimen.
normally say. Cute,
Mm.
blonde, blue eyes, tiny, short, like adorable. The typical, thing that the media that would latch onto as soon as someone goes
Yes.
missing. This is what they would want
Yes.
to go over.
The type of woman that every man would go feral for in the news. Yes.
Exactly, exactly. And on the 2nd of November, her husband Keith was at work and the kids were at daycare, and she decided she's going to go for a bit of a run. Small little jog. She had
Mhm.
just recently gotten back into running. She was really excited about this. So she went for a run and basically didn't come home. Her husband came home that night, a little bit later in the afternoon, and I actually have the exact 911 call
Oh.
that we can go over. So
Ooh. Ooh.
let me know
Wow.
when you are ready. I have.
Boom is on the case. I'm ready.
All right, so that is Sherri, as you can see. Blonde, blue eyes, beautiful.
Specimen, just like you said.
Exactly, right? Like the perfect fit for a girl who was supposed to be a damsel in distress. That's pretty much what she would look like.
Yes.
So this is the 911 call when he phones and discovers that she is missing.
Mm.
Oh, hold on. I just realized that that is not picking up here. Give me 2 seconds.
No, forgive us, young detectives. We are working on it.
I apologize, guys. This happens every now and then. It is my life. Browser 2, we're looking at this one.
Wow. My young detective Doza is saying, "Look at my stupid face." That's crazy.
Dozer,
That's crazy.
no!
He's definitely referring to me. That's crazy. I'll remember this Doza when you need help solving a crime.
Alright, are we ready? This should come through.
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect.
Got my eye on it.
You got your eye. Got it.
And my wife wasn't there, which is unusual, and my kids should have been there by now from like daycare. So I was like, oh, maybe she went on a walk. I couldn't find her, so I called the daycare to see what time she picked up the kids. The kids were never picked up, so I got freaked out. So I hit like the Find My iPhone app thing, and it said that it showed her phone like at our end of our driveway. We don't have really good service.
Okay.
Not the end of our driveway, but the end of our street. So I just drove down there, and I saw her phone with her headphones because she started running again, and I found her phone, and it's got like hair ripped out of it, like in the headphones. So I'm like totally freaking out, thinking like somebody like
What's her?
grabbed her.
Okay, what?
Okay, so that's the first part.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, I
Yes.
love how it's mentioned that there was hair stuck in the headphones,
Yes.
meaning that there was some kind of tussle.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know what a tussle is. It's an altercation between two individuals, possibly more.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He
Your
continues.
address.
Reading.
Okay, what's your last name?
Yes. Papini, Papini.
And your first name?
Keith.
Keith?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go pick up your children?
No, I'm gonna call my mom and have her do it.
Okay. What's your wife's name?
I'm gonna like knock on every door. Sherri, Sherri.
And same last name?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not going to play the entire thing. It is a full 5 minutes long, and it's a lot. The main thing is, Keith came home, and Sherri was not there. Kids had not been fetched, and thankfully, Find My iPhone is a thing, because he was just able to find her phone on the ground, randomly.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. What I think may be a part of this is whoever kidnapped her didn't want anyone to find her. Remember that.
There we go. Could be. Because with the Find My iPhone feature, it's very easy
Mhm.
to just figure out where the person is. So leave the phone behind.
Right.
This is why you AirTag the people you love without them knowing. What?
Wow.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna have to jot your name down for a future potential criminal. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I think this case is amazing so far. I'm locked in. What is the chat feeling? How are we feeling about Sherri Papini? How are we feeling about that?
Doza's writing this all down, which is good.
Doza,
Okay.
I think I have a future crime fighter with him.
Always.
Always.
So as you can imagine, and I kind of want the audience to put themselves into this perspective, if you want to as well. You're coming home, you realize your wife's not there, your kids aren't there, they haven't been fetched, you're freaking the fuck out. And for 22 days, you sit and you beg the media. Where is she? Bring her back. We don't know what's going on. Please find her. Like, billboards went up. And as you can imagine,
Yes.
American media ate this up like it was the final scrums of like bread. Every person out there was putting out a publication of this, trying to find Sherri. And, well, on Thanksgiving, you see, 22 days later, at about 4 o'clock in the morning, she was found. But she wasn't found in the best of conditions.
Oh no. Not again. I've solved 2 cases like this today already. Oh no.
All right. So she was found. I'm pretty sure this is I've got them in the right. If I don't have them in the right order, I'm gonna be so upset. But I'm pretty sure I have them in the right order. This is the press conference that they had just after she was found. All right.
I'm locked in.
This guy basically explains what was happening, and I'll explain what happened on the day she was found just after this press conference, so we can get a bit more of the atmosphere of what happened inside the town when the day that they found her.
Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit continues to dedicate all of its resources to identifying and apprehending those individuals who are responsible for the abduction of Sherri Papini. Over the last 2 days, major crime detectives have interviewed Sherri at an undisclosed location. The interviews were very intense for both the investigators and for Sherri, due to her having to relive this traumatic event. She was cooperative and courageous during the interviews. On Thursday, November 24th, Thanksgiving Day, at about 4:30 in the morning, the Shasta County Sheriff's Office received that Sherri was located. We learned that she had been released by her captors near a rural road in Yolo County and near Interstate 5. She was bound with restraints.
All right, I will go through the injuries because he gets a bit intense when it comes to the details, and I'm
Mm,
very cautious about that on my channel.
of
But
course. Of course.
when
I would
she
like to
was,
point out
yes,
this all happened around Thanksgiving.
yes,
What is Thanksgiving? The holidays, the Christmas season to an extent here in the States. What happens during this time of year? People are stressed, work is horrible, everybody is under so much pressure. So whoever did this, the singular person or multiple people, must have been under severe stress and pressure. Remember that.
okay.
Put a pin in it.
I
It's two
like
pins.
I like where you're going with the stress and
Mm,
pressure. I definitely like that because
mm,
her injuries would suggest that the captor was quite violent with her.
mm.
When she was found, and it's amazing that she was found on Thanksgiving Day because, like, storybook way, you go missing, person's found on Thanksgiving Day. This is something, you would make a movie out of. And it's just on that day, the town had gotten together and they were going to release a bunch of yellow balloons to kind of do like their final prayer to God to kind of help them really find her. Um,
We love that.
and it was great just seeing the community come together to try and help each other. And when they found her, the injuries that she had sustained were quite intense. She had severe weight loss, and as you can see, she was already quite small. So
Hmm.
she was badly malnutritioned, and it was terrible. She had bruising all over her. She had cuts. She had burns. There was a chain wrapped around her waist. She had zip ties around her wrists. Um, and the worst out of all of them is she had branding done on her lower back, just underneath her shoulder blade.
Animalistic.
Yes,
Animalistic.
yes. Something that you would. This is pure torture, like absolute hell. And she went to the hospital. They managed to get treatment for her, and when she was out, she started doing these interviews that the sheriff just said. During these interviews, she basically said that she was running and she was kidnapped by two Hispanic women who drove her down to a place that she doesn't know. And while she was there, she was chained to a beam inside of a closet. And she was able to describe a very particular coffee table. She was able to describe the inside of the closet very well. But she was not able to describe these two women because they would wear bandana style masks to kind of hide their face.
Mm. Cowards. Yes.
Yes. Um, so uh, she carried on with this idea um, of trying to like get everything out, and she struggled a lot. And through all of this, the police went on an entire hunt. And luckily, at one stage, after about 2 years of being on a hunt for these people, after intense therapy, she managed to get the idea of she's going to go to a sketch artist, which is great. Okay, so now
Amazing.
we've got America's sweetheart. She's back. She's with her home. It's been 2 years. Things are still intense. She's gone through a lot of therapy, but there's a breakthrough, and she can get sketches
Breakthrough.
out. And she gets hold of the FBI because the FBI is now taken on this case, and they do the sketch artist pulls up thing, and they do one for the older Hispanic lady, and they do one for the younger Hispanic lady. And Sherri basically explains to them that the reason she was able to be let go is because the younger one had a fight with the eldest one. And in that moment decided, okay, well, fine, fuck you. I'm going to then take her and just let her go. And that's why she drove her out and let her go. And it was great. Like everything was kind of coming together. We could solve this case. And then a wrench was kind of thrown in the works. Because the
It's terrible.
exact same day that these sketches were released, DNA that was found on her led back to a person.
One person, not multiple, just one.
One person.
See, that is a very important detail. Very important.
One
Now,
person.
for those who are ever curious about going to your local police department, never be afraid to get a sketch artist done. I recently reached out to a sketch artist. His name is Mr. Boom Boom Pow. I asked him to draw something for me. He's a great MS Paint user. He drew somebody who did me wrong. I'll post that in the side chat for you. That's who it is. He recently did me dirty, and I will never forgive him.
It's pretty. Yes, I can. I
Yes,
see it. I definitely see it.
he even it's a one for one photo of one particular individual, and we all know who it is.
You know what? I didn't even have to guess. The moment I saw it in side
Mm,
chat, I knew exactly who it was. I just knew it.
that's how
And then and then
beautiful.
and then I read the words and I was like, see, confirmation.
Yes, yes, of course. See, that's all we need to know. But tell me, let's hear these facts about this one particular individual who the DNA led to. Let's hear about this.
It was not a woman.
Interesting.
It was a man. And it
Kind of
led
sexist, but okay.
it led back to one of Sherry's ex-boyfriends, James.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I'm
And
gonna have to
so,
lock in.
yes, and so the police decided they're gonna go and pay James a little bit of a visit.
Hmm.
And they do. And I don't know how much guys get this, but we don't have this in South Africa, and the fact that this is available in America makes my life very happy because you have something called the Freedom of Information Act.
That's true.
And that allows you to turn around and go, I want the recordings of X, Y, and Z, and they give it to you, which is fantastic. So
It's
I'm
fabulous.
just moving my script over so that I can have the right timestamps. There we go. Okay, so this is someone who's uploaded the full story that they had of James. And I sat
Hmm.
and I went through the entire transcript. It was a
The
lot.
Kiloforming Dream podcast. True crime
Yes.
dead time stories. Shout out to these people.
Shout out to
Shout out
these
to them.
people. They were the only ones who I could found like a proper full length of this thing. This video is
Hmm.
3 hours long. We're not going through all 3 hours.
We're not.
No.
We might be missing some context if we don't.
No, we're not going to go through all 3 hours. Because I can tell you now, I've gone through all 3 hours, and there's at least a 48-minute segment where the cops are trying to help this guy find his parakeet and put it back in the cage.
We love parakeets. We love them.
It's a lot, but I went through and I found a couple of specific timestamps. Now, let me just move this out the way. All my little notes from earlier. And I'm going to go through to 22:55. Do that. And this is where the police basically tell James that the DNA has led somewhere.
Ooh.
Watching.
I
We're going
see.
to start getting on a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And I want to stop you before we start falling. Your DNA is found with her at the time that she was found.
Okay.
So there's evidence that says you were around when she was found. Through the
How does that work? I mean, I was.
So I'm not saying that aspect of it. I'm saying during the abduction time, your DNA is found on her. So it's not from a chance. Your own words. You haven't seen her in 10 years. She hasn't been down here. You've only talked to her within like the season before. Again, we're not here trying to throw anything down your throat. We're just trying to understand how your DNA got there, what the situation is around it. If she was truly abducted, is she lying to everybody and gone on 2020 and is a liar?
Right. Yeah, that's where I seen it.
And we.
I want you to pay attention, very close attention to what he just said there. They're trying to find out if she really was abducted or if she's a liar. James, before he was told that the DNA is there, turned around and said, but he hasn't spoken to her in like 10 years. And they're like, but the DNA is there. So, by the way,
Listen, I have
yes.
one piece of one factor that not many people really think about nowadays.
Mm.
Back in the early days of the internet, 2010s most likely. Do you remember the internet cultural meme? crazy obsessed girlfriend.
Yes.
Real girlfriends don't swallow, they save. You never know. You never know. We're throwing that. It is not a definitive fact. It's not a definitive possibility. Just something to throw out there. It could have been a sweatshirt. It could have been maybe she pulled out some of his hair. Maybe she took a sock. You never know. Never know.
Could be. Could be.
Could be.
All right. Oh, I just got a dono, and that did not come through properly. Hold on. Let me just double check. Look, I'm looking, Toxic.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking.
Thank you. Thank you for your support on supporting our fight against crime.
Hold on.
You wrote that
I
down as
just-
well, Doza. Thank you. Thank you. That's my crime fighter in training right there.
There we go. We got a $3 from Toxic that says, Mrs. Yum Yum Yum, that's a goddamn flat cap. Okay, we're not talking about the flat cap, okay? We're not. I love the attire. I think it works very, very well for a detective, okay? It explains
Yes.
everything. And
Yes, everything.
the cap kind of reminds me of Peaky Blinders, which is pretty cool. I really like Peaky Blinders.
I'll be honest with you guys. It was out of character right here. I ordered the outfit and they didn't send me the hat that was in the Amazon picture, so I just kind of had to go with this. All right. Anyways, back to Boomlock Poems. All right, we're back. We're back.
All right. So, obviously they're now talking to James, and they're trying to figure out this whole
Of course.
Okay.
Great name, by the way, James. Love James as a name.
thing. Yes. There's actually a story about a suicide girl named James. When I first joined, she was one of my biggest inspirations. I absolutely loved her, and I named one of my first
Fascinating.
Diablo characters after her as well. Loads of fun.
I named one of my first Star Wars: The Old Republic MMORPG characters after a guy I worked with named Joseph. So I named him Joseph Bologna because we worked in the deli together.
That's amazing.
Fun fact. Fun fact.
That's
fact.
amazing.
I went through the whole Sith Inquisitor campaign with him. Great.
That's absolutely amazing. See, that's how it should be done. Have some proper fun with the character names. Otherwise, you're stuck with
course.
boring stuff.
Of course.
So, after a while, and you can see I've kind of like scrolled in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
This is just after the whole parakeet thing happens. James finally breaks down and admits that Sherri was there.
Okay.
And this is where things kind of start clicking. And in the second documentary that came out, there's an FBI agent that's in the first episode. And she makes a very good point of like, it just seems too convenient. Not what James is saying, but what Sherri says. It just seems way too convenient. And James's interview helps solidify that things that Sherri was saying wasn't exactly the way it went.
I mean, what am I looking at here? What's the deal? I mean, did I tell you and...
So all you,
I mean, I'm not trying to lie, you know, okay, I'll be honest. But she's a good friend of mine. You know what? It wasn't, I didn't kidnap her. You know, I just... Friend in need asked me for help. How was that?
how did she ask you? Your text, call, message.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think. It's been a long time. I mean, probably a text or a message. Could even been from her phone or a what do you call those phones? When you just prepaid. I'm not even sure. I just know. I think 530 is NorCal up there, and a couple other numbers. I mean, I deal in the industry, man.
Yeah, she used to work for AT&T, so.
Right. I'm a U.S. figure skate tech. Does that make any sense? So I just.
So you got a phone from an unknown.
I can't. I won't remember that whether it was a thing or her. You know, I haven't had her number saved.
Some kind of phone message though came in.
Right, and then also from her dad. You know, I contacted them during the shipping and stuff. But yeah, no kidnapping. You know, I did what a friend needed to need, and what she was doing was what she was doing. I was just here.
What was her need? What did she say?
Whatever problems she was having with her husband. And that was that. I mean, she had something planned up and everything, and I was just I'll just deal with whatever happens. If you're in that distress and you made police reports and they haven't been filed and are looked upon, which today, if that happened, it would be a whole different game, just because of the nature of the world. But that's what she's saying. Like I said, I hadn't seen her in a long time.
Okay, so I know you're nervous.
Okay, so you're picking up that
Three things.
Yes, what are you picking up? Tell me.
First, they brought up AT&T again. Once again, isn't it interesting that I mentioned AT&T would be an important thing earlier? Not Verizon. That's consistency with the story. 2, this guy has birds. Clearly has birds, so he must be a great pet owner if he has multiple birds that feel the need to be loud and not scared and quiet. So he might be a trustable individual, but you never quite know all the facts about a person. And 3, I'm going to let you take away.
All right. He turned around and he said that he was just helping out a friend.
Yes.
And that there were marital issues, and all he did was be there for someone, and she did her thing, and he was just there. And it sounds like things that Sherri said about the abduction is kind of like, falling apart very fucking quickly.
Yes.
So I'm going to skip over it just a little bit. And this is what he describes from exactly fetching her all the way through to driving her back. Okay, because one of the big things is Sherri does not remember getting in the car, what the car was, how she got in the car, and apparently she fell asleep several times on the way to wherever they were going. And unless you're drugged, which she doesn't remember taking anything, doesn't really work. So, and she doesn't remember, my favorite scent, which is chloroform. So,
Never smelt it myself. Never myself. I may have to add that to my bucket list.
All right, so this is how he starts describing it.
Me and I'm like, well,
your understanding was that's what she was saying. Is she was
that's what I'm going
for him.
Yeah,
she was having a hard time.
When I know very little about them. I knew she got married when she got married. I knew when she left. She wasn't with that guy. I don't know him. I just know she got married.
So what happened next?
That was it. I went and got her.
In what car?
A rental car. Just my car is not.
Do you remember what kind of rental?
Honestly, I can't even remember what it was. It was an SUV of some type. But I just don't remember what brand it was. It was just the cheapest rental I could get.
Company?
Enterprise, maybe. It's honestly, it's back here in the airport. It was, it's over by John Wayne. It could be Enterprise. If I actually drove down there, I might actually know where it's at. I know the area. I just don't know.
So you rented an SUV, maybe an Enterprise.
Yes. It's a rental place. I mean, I could probably find. No, exactly. It's over by the airport. It's just down Radio and back off maybe Alton.
We might do that later if you have time.
I'm not sure.
We'll skip over it now.
I would be not ideal if I couldn't.
Do you remember the color?
It could be white or silver gray. I can't really remember, but I mean, I just
light color.
It was a lighter color car.
When you drove there, how did you drive there?
You mean the route?
From yes. Let's not. I don't know about I-5 up. Did you know where she lived, or how did you find?
No, she with GPS, she gave me her information.
Yeah, address, and you just punched it.
Well, I didn't go to her address. I never went to her. I don't know where her house is. I still don't know where it's at. I know it's down. I went down a road.
Dirt road, or what kind of road?
No, I didn't go down a dirt road. I went down a paved road.
Okay.
It's like a main street. I'm not even sure what street that is.
Okay.
I just went at the time the area I was at.
But how did you know to get there? Is that?
Yeah, she messaged me, but I don't know that. I can't remember the street.
Okay.
That was the first time even when I went to Reading with her. The only places I had gone back then was to her parents. Into the town, and that was a long time ago, coffee or something, and then the second time we went up north and cut trees, but I don't really know Reading that well. I'd only been there 2 or 3 times with her.
So you didn't go to residence, you went to some street, met her there.
Yes.
Cut trees. Which means he has to be a physically strong individual, and if she accompanied him, she must be very athletic and would be able to put up a fight. So her being jumped, kind of, hinders her story just slightly in a little bit. Now, he also mentioned how he doesn't know where she lives. He went down the block and picked her up. So is she lying about, how she was taken? Was she actually taken? There was hair discovered on her phone and headphones. Did she rip her own hair out to make it look like a crime? Or did he pick her up and just throw her in the car? Oh. Many clues are being figured out, but many new lines and new possibilities are being discovered. Just
Here's
as Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, it could literally be anything. I don't know if he actually said that, but I'm just using his name because I like his name. Could be anything.
could be anything.
Could be anything.
But here's the biggest takeaway. He said he had never been in that particular area. If you're planning to abduct
Yes.
someone, surely you scout out the area you're going to be abducting them.
Of course. Get all the information down, every road, every detail, every red, green, and yellow light, even though they're all at the same spot.
Exactly. All right.
Yes.
So he proves on this. I'm not going to go further. I think we're pretty much we're at the end of that clip.
Mm.
But he pretty much in that explains very much like he didn't plan an abduction. He's very honest with the cops in his way of being honest with the cops, of going, she was an old friend, she asked for help, she was having marital issues, I went to go help her. That was it. And it started boiling down. Now, at this point in time, they have the DNA. They haven't told Sherri about the DNA. And they haven't told Sherri that they've gone to speak to James.
Of course.
It's very important that if you are put in a situation, and I'm pretty sure you already know this being a detective, but once you are put in a situation where you think that the victim is now turning into the suspect and there's a lie involved, you can't turn around and outgo, you're lying, because that's going to cut off any possible things that you can then use further on to contradict what they're doing to then prove your point even more. So they kept very, very quiet about this until they managed to search around James's house. Now, remember I said she described a coffee table absolutely perfectly?
It must be his.
It was his. The pole that she was attached to was in a closet he owned. She was able to describe all these things because she was there. 100% she was there. But it does not look like she went unwillingly at this point in time. So what is the next best option? Sit her down in an interrogation room once you've got most of these things and kind of lead her that way to see what happens. And that is where the next fun part of this comes in, because we actually have the full interrogation room. We have where she sits down. Yeah, I have the full thing. We're not going to go through the full thing. It's an hour and a half, so I'm going to give you sections again.
I have time.
I will. Okay, no, we can't go through the whole. I wish we could go through the whole thing. I really wish we could.
Wow.
We can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish. But I can't sit here, because if I sit here for an hour and a half going through this, I'm scared I might get a copyright strike. Terrifies me.
Ah, Detective Octoling, welcome. Welcome to the case of Sherri Papini, victim or master manipulator.
Welcome, Octoling. We appreciate you stopping by. All right.
Now, before we play this, I do have a question. Do you think at any time during this interview, when she wasn't looking, any of the detectives looked at each other and went like that? The 6-7? Do you think at any time? This wasn't 2020. It wasn't a meme yet, but they might have been like.
She could have. She could have. Just like
she could
going
have.
through
You
it.
never know. 6-7.
The full 6-7. You know what? Maybe. So they get her.
No, that's her in the top left.
Yes. Okay. At this point in time, they've told her. I've gone to the point where her and Keith are alone. At this point in time, they've turned around and they've said to her, like, they've got DNA. DNA has led somewhere. It's going to, like, one person. And we now can lay a charge. They've stepped back so that Sherri can talk to Keith about how she wants to proceed with this. And she throws out a very particular bomb. Now, remember, at this point in time, she's still not aware about James completely. She still thinks
Yes.
that the cops and Keith are under the same idea that it's two Hispanic women.
Yes.
And this is where things start getting very interesting. She's basically whispering, I don't want them to find her.
Mhm.
So it's you've been tortured, abducted,
Interesting.
absolutely beaten. They have a lead to this person, and you're like, I don't want them to find her.
Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair on the victim or suspect, we don't know what she is yet at this current moment. You never know. Seeing somebody who tortured you, abused you, kidnapped you could cause severe anxiety, panic, fight or flight responses. Myself, I would fight. But this woman, we don't know her entirely yet. We don't know her favorite color, her personality. We don't know like what she does Monday mornings at 6 a.m. every day. Probably sleeping, but we don't know much about her as an individual. So I think as someone who is not a part of this case, there's a possibility of she's hiding something or she's hiding from someone.
I want you to put a pin in that idea. I want everyone to put a pin in the idea that she is hiding from someone. Okay, because
Apparently, I think there seems to be something going on with Miss Melindy at 92 and Toxic_Panda 89. Apparently, they purchased a DNA kit. Interesting. Interesting.
Tell me now. Tell me why I now have bought a DNA test to prove something to Toxic, but don't even remember what I wanted to prove. I have no clue. I have no clue. Oh, I think it's probably because he came out to prove that he's actually Norwegian. So,
Mm.
he's been lying to us about being a
Don't-
Scottish panda the entire time.
You know why you don't need to worry about remembering it or not? Because it'll all be taken care of. Don't worry. But anyways, let's hear the rest of this lovely recording of this specimen.
All right. So the main thing is she does not want this person to be found, and she is arguing with Keith, and she's like, I don't want this. I really don't want these people found. I don't want anything to be said. I don't want them to know. Absolutely nothing. The detectives eventually come back. And this is where they decide they've had an hour and a half of talking to her to see if she'll come out and tell the truth. She has not. So instead, they do the bomb drop. Okay, and I've literally labeled this in my thing as timestamp bomb drop. It's like the
bomb drop. Ooh.
This is where you see things change in her, and I want you to. I'm not a body language expert. Okay, I have a PhD in stupidity, so other people can come to their own conclusions. But
really, I got my own degree in the College of VHS, the College of Vaseline. I slid right through it. That's where I got my degree.
You know what? That sounds like a really fun one.
It was very. I took a lot of showers afterwards, but it was pretty worth it. It was very easy.
I can imagine. All right. So this is when the cops eventually tell her, like, where the DNA actually goes.
This alone or with Keith. Keith's been through this also on a different level. So I'm ready I'm ready to move on and throw the dart and throw the rock and see what happens to the water. But Sherri, look at me. What do you want?
I don't want her to get in trouble.
She's not going to get in trouble. So the DNA came back to James Reyes.
The DNA that was on you belongs to James Reyes.
The picture, and can I get the picture? The picture of the table is James Reyes' little brother who died recently. We talked to him. He's been on a polygraph. We talked to everybody around him. We have the rental agreements, phone rental, the car rental agreements. We have everything that says that he said he told the truth.
That's James' brother, deceased Nick.
So everything, you've told us so many truths in this situation. The reason why you can describe the room is because you stayed in the room in the dark for hours, for days on end. The reason why you lost so much weight is because you stopped eating. The reason why you got a rash on your arm is because you cleaned his house. The reason why the brand is because he went to the store, bought the branding tools, and branded you. The reason why your nose was broke is because of a hockey stick. I know all of those things, and I know there was no sex. I know all of that because he passed a polygraph test that said it's not an abduction. She asked me to come get her.
No.
I rented a car.
No.
I drove up and picked her up. He passed the polygraph test, Sherri.
If that's not what happened, what did happen, Sherri?
I don't know. No, there's no way. It's James. There's no way. There's no
The
way.
DNA doesn't lie.
His DNA
His
is
DNA was on you.
his
There's
brother.
no way.
Robert saw you in the house while you were down there. While everything
Who's
spun out of
Robert?
control, his cousin. Why everything ran out of control on the initial.
There's no way.
Now.
I don't know if you caught it,
Yes.
but when she said no, there's no way she did this with her hands. So she was clearly making a 6-7 reference.
Clearly, saying it.
Clearly.
She's weighing up her options. You know, she could take the 6 route
Weighing
or the
up her
7 route.
options.
You know.
Keith, on the other hand, his body language is completely changed. He's very not happy with what he's hearing at the current moment. Whether he believes her or not is yet to be seen, but he is not happy with the current conversation that is going on.
Now, it's a good thing you brought up whether he believes her or not, because I have slightly over the last little bit ignored how Keith has been dealing with this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keith came out with an interview, and I can't pull parts of the interview, unfortunately, because once again, I don't want to get copyright struck. But
Of course.
in this
Fair.
interview, he admits that in the day that he found her, that she was found, he was just about to walk in. Just before he walked in, he had this sinking feeling of, what if she's lying? And then the moment he saw her, that thought went out of his mind. He immediately ignored it because of the way he saw her. He was broken. He needed to go and comfort her and make sure she was all right. And imagine having that thought, then ignoring that little intuition, going for this, and then realizing in this moment that everything's a lie. He went through absolute hell. So it makes sense that at this point in time, Keith actually filed for full custody of the kids.
They're very smart.
It gets to
Very
that
smart.
point. It gets to that point. Keith's very unhappy. He's done everything he can. He's done interviews. He went out of his way to try and find his wife. He's done what he can to make sure that she's all right. And it's just gotten worse. She's now, it's come out that she's been talking to an ex-boyfriend. They've been having an emotional whatever that is. And with that, she's now escaped to go and see him. And then made it look as if she's the victim in something. At least that's what's going through his mind.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And to me, that's something that's must be very fucking difficult to deal with. But,
I can tell you
yes.
myself, I would be pretty what the hell the entire time,
Yes.
Very unsure, very unaware.
Yes. With her body language, you can see when she starts listening to them and they go, the DNA leads back to James and this and this and this. You can see her hands immediately go up. The moment they're like, we've got the rental agreement, there's a little bit of a shock with her hands. And for me, that's kind of she's trying so hard to stop the reality of what's happening. And it's just happening. She's absolutely screwed at this point in time. And it's a lot. It's really a lot. America at this point in time does not know about this. They still believe she was abducted. And the moment this interview comes out, everything breaks. But we're not at that point yet. Okay.
Everything. Like a shattered vase.
Literally, it is. It's a lot. Okay. So they turn around and they say, basically, he went to fetch her, and the injuries were done by him under her command. Okay, that's kind of like where they're leading to this in that. And it gets a bit intense. I'm just busy looking for the last one. There's the last timestamp.
You are 100% correct, though, that it would give a guy a complex.
It would. It honestly would. I mean, fuck. I had issues with my last girlfriend, and that's why I stopped dating girls, so. Fuck. This is a very fucking clear case, okay?
Clearly, women are the problem.
Clearly.
Clearly.
So at this point in time, they start talking about James's character, and then they go into how the branding was done, because the branding is still a very big thing. Okay, now, when you look at the branding, and this is kind of what threw FBI agents off quite a bit, is the exact branding, the words that were used on her back was Exodus, and then it was a passage from Exodus. So it was a Bible-style branding on her. And that, to this day, has never made sense. Nobody has ever been able to figure it out. And even the FBI agency has not been able to sit and go, this is the connection to that. Which is really intense.
It's him. It's him in chat. It's him in chat. It's Exile in chat. Show the evidence board. Show the drawing.
We have
it's
the evidence.
Exile in chat.
Oh my gosh, okay.
We have the suspect.
We have the suspect. There we go. There he is. We found him. We found him.
You SOB. I'll get you one day. You can't keep dodging.
There we go.
You can't keep dodging me, bro. I got him.
There we go. We got you, okay? This is exactly what you look like. We figured it out. Okay?
Detective Boom Boom Pow is here for you. You will be thrown in prison one day. You can't keep getting away with this.
We have figured it out.
You know what you did. You know what you did.
We have figured it out, okay? We got this. I did no such thing. You did everything.
You know what you did.
We have photographic evidence of it. You might as well just tell us.
Exactly.
Okay? We have the evidence. We have files on files and what you did. You might as well tell us. Okay?
One day. One day.
One day we'll get him. He's the arch nemesis. Alright.
He's the 600-pound life survivor.
There we go. Alright. So at this point in time, they start describing James's character and how he was in the interview. There we go. There we go. See proof. We have the evidence right there. I must say, I'm very proud of you, XL, for losing so much weight and getting to where you are now after this. It's amazing. It's real. I just want to know, like, who was your plastic surgeon? Because, like, he did well removing the excess skin, but did he not?
He never did. He just got a bunch of rubber bands and has the loose skin tied behind his back at all times.
Is that why he never turns around on camera? Because everything's kind of, like, squished up at the back with pegs. Okay.
Yes, that's why he doesn't clean his bed, because he never uses his bed. He just he sleeps standing up.
Yeah, he just leans against a wall because it's pretty much cushion anyway.
Yes.
Okay, that explains it. I get it. I get it now. Damn, XL. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You got a built-in blanket.
Daniel. Right? Jeez. So imagine using your loose skin as a blanket. That's gotta go hard.
I know, right?
That's gotta go hard. Ugh. 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 That's a case I no longer want to be a part of. Oh god. Okay, no. Boom is no longer on the case. Okay.
I think I just ruined that one for you.
Ugh.
Right. Let's get back to this case before you freak out too much.
Yes, back to Sherri Papini.
Okay. So at this point in time, James's character and then the branding. This is what they say.
Sherri, the car rental, the fuel, the mileage, the calls from you to him, the burner phone, all that can be proven.
Horrible.
I don't think you're a horrible person, Sherri. I think things went a little sideways on you.
We started this conversation, knew what this was going to turn into. I didn't know that I'd have people stand on boxes in front of my office. That Keith would be on 2020.
I want my husband, I want my children. I'm stupid for talking to other guys.
But why did James come and get you?
Can I just note to girls out there, if you could start doing the whiny baby voice like that, I will personally climb through my screen and slap you. Speak properly. It irritates me. Fucking irritates me.
It's not Boomwiki. It is Detective Boomlock Poems. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Detective
Thank
Boomlock
you.
Poems is on it, and he needs to, like,
Yes.
he needs to
Yes.
solve this case, okay? It's very important.
I'm solving. This is my 4th case of today. Okay, I'm
Yes.
solving. Trust me, everything has a pin in it. I have a smoking addiction, but I'm getting it done.
Yes, he's
Getting it
doing
done.
very, very well.
Yes, putting all the pieces together. You know, all of them together. You know.
Alright, let's carry on.
I know you guys were talking. I know you've said in the past that Keith has hurt you to other friends. Why tell them those details if that stuff's not true? It's one thing to talk. It's one thing to talk. It's another thing to say abuse is occurring. Everybody I talked to about James said he's the nicest person in the whole world. Yeah, he may be a hockey player, but he is the nicest person in the world. He's nice to a fault. I know lots of people. I don't know anybody I'd rent a car for and drive 9 hours for. Keith, James did that for you.
He thought he was helping you.
He never asked you why. He never questioned anything.
He never put reward money on the line.
He never asked for anything. He didn't ask for sexual relations. He didn't ask for a relationship after you. He didn't ask for anything. He's never even talked to you since.
And yet he stayed quiet until now.
And the only reason why he talked is because we have his DNA. That's the only reason why we got to his door. That's the only thing that led us to his closet. That's the only thing that led us to the bathroom. That's goofy. And that's the only reason why he started talking to us. Once he showed us the bedroom and we started pointing out the holes in the wall, like, you used to have this boarded up, huh? And he said, yeah.
Sherri asked me to put boards up.
Nobody's ever going to be able to answer why decisions were made.
Except for James. I don't understand.
You don't understand what? What parts are you not
Sherri,
understanding?
he even showed us, Sherri, he even showed us the letters that were used for the brand and the numbers. I have pictures of them right here. This is
What
the
is
set
that?
that was used.
What did the Bible verse mean to you?
How would he have known that?
Why did you pick that Bible verse? Did James pick the Bible verse? We need to be able to control the outcome and what's going to happen next. The only thing we know is going to happen right now is what you can tell us and what you can shed light on, and for other people to be able to try to understand. If it was a mistake, it was a mistake. But at this point, not telling us what happened, not telling us the truth is another mistake. It's a mistake on top of a mistake. Right now we can start over. We can end, we can leave without a dirty conscience, without the what's going to happen next. Right now,
Deep
there's
down
too many
inside,
that
Sherri,
happens
I
next.
know you know what's right and what you should do.
I'm gonna end that there. Okay.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
If you abducted someone and you kidnapped them for 21 days and you kept them aside and you branded them
Was it 21 or was it 22?
22, sorry, 22 days. Thank you.
22?
Thank
22.
you. You kept them for 22
22.
days. And you branded them. And the cops rock up. Would you show them the evidence of you keeping them there for the possibility that you now might be caught and now go to jail? Or would you just be honest and be like, this is what happened, to try and, like, help yourself? Like, I don't see, if you actually abducted a person and you branded them out of ill intent, you then showing this to the cops, unless you are an absolute fucking idiot and want to
No.
get caught.
I personally, if I were to abduct somebody, not saying I ever would or ever have or have any intentions or plans to, there ain't gonna be no evidence anywhere. Nowhere after it's been done. Now, if I had no bad intentions and the cops came, I'm like, oh yeah, that bitch crazy. Yeah, she crazy. Yeah. Yeah, she asked me to brand her. She crazy.
Which is exactly what James did.
But yeah. Exactly what James did. Crazy.
So now
Shout out
you
to
look.
James.
Now you look at everything, and the cops are going, okay, Sherri's story's not adding up. Everything that James has said works with the evidence. What's going on? And, well, this is where it gets to the fun part. The fun legal part. Okay, we are out of clips.
So
because the rest
nothing.
of the clips...
I was not supposed to be having fun. I was not supposed to be having fun before this.
Oh no. This is where legally it becomes
No.
lots of fun.
Legally. Okay.
Legally it becomes lots of fun. Okay. Because
Legally. Okay.
we have Sherri, who has now been caught in a lie. We have the FBI, who she's lied to. And then on top of this, she decided to apply for government benefits so that she wouldn't have to work. And she basically misappropriated those funds. So she gets slapped with several charges. Lying to the FBI, and over 43 counts of misappropriating funds, because every single one, like every time money came in and it was a charge. And then on top of that, every time she lied to the FBI, it was a charge as well. So it eventually, in total, she was looking at about 25 years with a fuck ton of fines to kind of pay back everything. And she held on to the story. She was abducted. She was tortured. She, did it. And James stuck to his story. I went and I fetched a friend. I brought her over. I did what she asked me to do. And then after the 21 days, she told me she missed her kids and wanted to go home, and I dropped her off at home. Or at least in the area. And everything went through the court system, and it came out that she was guilty. And she was eventually sentenced to 18 months in jail. And a couple of fines. Quite big fines, but I don't have the exact number, because I'm not good at maths. It's a lot.
A big number, though.
A big number.
A big.
When she was caught doing all of this, before the trial started, obviously Keith had kicked her out of the house. And he immediately filed for divorce and custody of both the kids. Like, full legal custody. Which I think is fair.
Good.
Absolutely fair.
Good on him.
He
Great
got it.
man. We love
Yeah.
Keith.
And he got it.
We love Keith.
She's now only allowed to have a phone call with them on Sundays, which I think is, like, great, because if one parent has already come out as a liar, do we really want to trust them around the kids to teach them that type of behavior as well? Like, it's really not a good environment.
I would fight for no phone calls on Sundays. You leave my children alone at that point.
Yeah. No, agreed. But he's got to be a little bit nice, because this is Keith. He's the hero. He did everything he could to try and save the woman he loved. And she just backstabbed him like an absolute fucking Oreo. The funny thing that I find...
According to Brouhaha, yes, 300 grand.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Brouhaha. Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot.
Hello, Detective Thriftio.
Hey,
You're
Thrifty.
on the case.
So, she does this thing. She gets sentenced. And she only does 10 months out of her 18 months. When she was kicked out, she immediately moved in with Keith's sister, her sister-in-law. Which I think is kind of weird.
Very.
The sister-in-law has always been very close with Sherri. And so when Sherri moved in, they kind of created a very strong bond. She's promised Keith that she's not going to let it affect the family ties. But I'll be honest,
Yes.
if my brother had to go through something like that, and like his wife to be almost divorced wife is like coming to me, I would tell her to go get hit by a bus. Yeah, don't fuck with my
Mhm.
family. That would be my thing. I don't care how close we are, like, don't fuck with my family. So, for me, it's very weird. And she fully believes that Sherri was abducted.
Yes.
Okay. With all of this, the first documentary came out, and it was a lot of what had happened and the lies that Sherri told to, like, kind of come to the front and everything. The second documentary that came out, I watched it and I was very shocked. Sherri speaks a lot in that, and she kind of admits to a lot of things. She admits that well, she was in a relationship with Keith. Now, remember, she is a liar, so take this all with like the ocean's worth of salt when I say these things.
That's a lot of salt.
It's a lot of fucking
That's a
salt.
lot of salt.
Okay, but
That's a lot.
this is what she says happened. Okay? She was
Mhm.
married to Keith, and when she had lost her job, Keith got very upset and very pressurizing with her, to the point where she kind of wasn't allowed to do certain things, and because now he was earning the income and she didn't have a job, he was allowed to go and do things, and she was kind of stuck at home with the kids, not being able to
Yes.
live a life, which, you know, can
Love
pressure
that for him.
anyone.
Him.
But she also
Mhm.
admits that at the beginning of their marriage, she had had an emotional relationship with another person. And because of that, Keith found out and he made her sign a post-nuptial agreement, basically saying that if I find out that you're chatting to like any other person in this way, I get everything and you get nothing, which is fair.
Mm.
You don't fuck with things
We
like
love
that.
that for him.
Love that for
Yes.
him.
King.
But the problem is she's now using it against him, saying that he was financially abusing her and that behind the closed doors, as much as it's her like videoing him rocking
word
up to
against
her
his.
work, and yeah, like as much as she's trying to show that he's like a nice guy on social media, behind the cameras he was really bad, and that doesn't
Mhm.
portray very well with what has been shown so far. When
Yes.
um when she went through this final documentary, she sat down for a polygraph. Now, I'm not very convinced when it comes to polygraphs, and there's a reason why they're not exactly admissible in court, and that's because a polygraph is
Mhm.
only correct about 53% of the time, between 53 and 57% of the time. A polygraph is not actually fucking correct. There's a different system now that's a lot more intense, that uses your eye movement and something else, but it tracks two different parts of your body for when you're telling a lie. But it's a
Yes.
lot more advanced than a polygraph. Polygraphs are anyone can fucking cheat a polygraph. We have seen this so many times
I've
online.
done it many times. So many times I've done it.
Exactly.
So
Like
many.
I don't trust polygraphs at all. So
Mm.
in this episode she went ahead and she did a polygraph, and she was asked three very important questions. The one was, did she plan to go down to the place with this guy that was 9 hours away? Did she plan that? And she said no. And there was deception. And she needed to explain that. She explained it that she had led him on to say that she was going to go ahead and be in this place with him, only just so that she can kind of keep his interest and have that attention. She was starving for the attention. She was then asked
Yes.
if she planned all the things that had happened to her. She said no. It came out she wasn't lying about that. Again, I don't trust it. I don't trust polygraphs. Very, very much don't trust it. Another one is what was the other? Oh, the other one was, were you trying to pin it on James in the beginning? And she said yes, and it came out true, but again, I don't trust it. So what she said about the Hispanic woman, James's mom, according to her, is Hispanic. So she described the coffee table and described the closets and described the mother in order for them to kind of backtrack to James without having to say James's name out loud. Which doesn't work with the interview we just saw, where they mentioned James and she said no.
Now, James is Hispanic? Because she mentioned there were two Hispanic women. One was older than the other.
The second
So there could
documentary
be
ends with the fact that the mother's not Hispanic, she's Irish.
interesting. Very interesting. So that means, like usual, this bitch a liar.
Yes. Yes.
This bitch a liar.
She's a fucking psychotic liar, basically. Okay?
Liar.
She has now released a book. Okay? This book, she then turns around in this book and says that she was under so much abuse from her husband financially and emotionally that she escaped to James and, you know, she landed up having, you know, James abuse her and then she escaped out. And so she's had like two massive things happen at once and then she ran and I don't believe a word of this book. I don't. I'm not even going to buy it on Audible to listen to it because I refuse. But I
don't
would
trust books.
I love books. I love reading. But I can't. Like, she is everything that's come out. She's just lying about it. She's adding in little truths here and there. And I find it so funny that someone who had literally the perfect American dream life. You're living in a really nice neighborhood in California. You have two beautiful children. You're in a really great place. And then you go out of your way to fuck it up. Like, you literally go out of your way to fuck it up. She went to a psychiatrist. Now, remember, the entire FBI does not believe her. Like, nobody in the FBI believes her. But she has a psychiatrist, or a psychologist, sorry, who's board certified somewhere. And this guy says that, no, she does have a mental illness. She was abducted. She was tortured. She did have all of these things. And I'm literally going to go through my notes because I have a fuck ton of them. And I'm surprised this is the first time I'm actually looking at my notes. I thought I would have need them sooner. She
Melinda,
was...
I have
Yes, go
a
for it.
problem with what you said. Liar, liar, pants on fire. See, we can't truly trust that saying because we have not seen 1 ounce of fire on anybody's pants, which means either everybody's telling the truth or that saying is fake. It's false. It's an allegation. We don't trust it. We don't. No. I could be lying right now. My pants aren't on fire. I must be telling the truth. I'm an astronaut.
No. I'm sorry. Are we getting the moonwalking boom soon?
Possibly. We don't know who the next character is.
We don't know.
We don't know who. We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll cross that bridge eventually.
I'm excited to see. But she was diagnosed with a self-defeating personality disorder. And as someone who is an avid reader of the DSM-5, I clearly know lots about this. I don't. I have no clue. I've never heard about this before. So I did some research.
Clearly. I've read Star Wars.
Obviously. Okay, she used the Force.
Yes.
So
Yes.
she walks in to this entire scenario with the idea of she's not worth what she's getting. She wants the hunt for something else. And if she's not going to get it here, she's immediately going to go back, but she doesn't want to lose this, so she wants to be able to bounce back and forth. Apparently this is part of the personality disorder. I would like to call this a lying, cheating bitch syndrome instead, because it works better for that. Okay? I don't think she has this disorder. I think she's doing what's commonly known as
LCBS.
malingering. Yes. LCBS.
LCBS. Lying, cheating, bitch syndrome.
Yes, that's what she's got. Like,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure she's malingering through this entire thing. Completely faking everything. They did mention that she went through a specific type of therapy, and I found this very fascinating because I've actually done this therapy before. She went through what's known as ERDM, which is eye rapid desensitization reprocessing. It's basically when they make you go through your trauma and they make you relive it while they reprocess your brain to react to the trauma differently. Very intense.
Interesting.
Very, very, like, emotionally hard to go through. But once you're out of it, you're
Yes.
able to like look at the trauma and go, that happened without having to have that visceral reaction to the trauma, which is very good. I went through it. I had about 2 years of that, and it's helped me a lot. She had 5 years for one incident. I had 2 years for 23 years of incidences. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I processed better, okay? But 5 years on one
I think what you're
incident,
trying to say,
she
I think you're just
lied.
built different.
I'm built different. I
Yeah, she a
am.
liar.
I am.
She
I'm
a
I'm
liar.
I'm built BPD, okay? I'm built BPD.
Mm, mm,
She's she has still a very visceral reaction to the trauma. One that if she
mm.
had gone through that type of therapy, that reaction wouldn't be there. It is identical to the reaction she had in the beginning. That should have changed. And it hasn't. There's so much that is just everything is so wrong with her and this case, and just I'm just glad she did some time in prison. I'm glad. Don't lie to the cops.
I
Don't
agree.
lie.
I agree.
Like, don't lie to the cops.
I agree. Let her and her roommates get, braid each other's hair, become friends. We love it. We love seeing womanhood coming together and bonding in all the different types of places in the world. You never
There we
know.
go.
It could happen anywhere.
It could.
It could happen anywhere.
It could. But yeah, so she's now out. She's written a book. She's trying to do more interviews to prove her side. It's not gonna work.
Mm.
Um, and that's pretty much where the case is at the moment. Keith has moved on. He's completely divorced her. He's got full custody of the kids. And James wants nothing to do with her.
Love that for him.
Like, James has not spoken to her
Shout out
since.
to James.
Yes.
Two kings, Keith and James. James and Keith, end of
There
the
we
world.
go.
Love them. We love them.
But yeah, it's an intense case. It's an intense case. What are your
Mm.
thoughts on the whole thing?
I think that the case is fascinating. I think it really shows the skill psychology can can be thrown onto somebody to really determine whether or not they're lying or not, and try to help process their trauma. Also figuring out if their trauma is a load of baloney. But I think at the end of the day, Sherri Papini, or whatever her last name is now, God bless her, because you a liar. You are a liar. You're lying. Take away those Sunday calls. I don't want to hear it. Take them away. I don't want to hear about that.
Exactly. If you wanna fuck with it, lose it all. Lose it all.
Fascinating.
Yeah. But that's pretty much the case. I've got another case that I'm gonna be going over on Monday, which I'm quite excited
Mm.
for. I'm gonna go over. I'm finishing off everything for tomorrow because I watched the documentary about that, and I was like, oh, there's more. Now it's worth putting an episode into it. So I'm gonna be going through the
Now it's worth.
Mackenzie Shirella case with the car accident. But yeah, this case, I just had to. It's one of those where it's got so many twists and turns and moments where you're like, I want to believe her, but it's so difficult to. And to be honest, I needed a case away from like the death and dying for a little bit.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did.
That would take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
Now that we know that she's a liar,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I could take this crap off. Ugh, my
Yes,
God,
you
this is so
can.
uncomfortable. Oh, so uncomfortable. Oh my Lord. Ugh, bro, what the fuck, bro? I would never have been a detective in a past life, bro. This is like, oh God, bro, that was crazy. Keeping the poncho on. Ugh.
The poncho's
God,
epic.
I smell I smell the glue. From the oh my God, bro. I shaved just for this, by the way. This is the only reason I shaved, for that mustache. I did not want a repeat of the Great Boomdini.
I appreciate it.
Lord.
I really do appreciate it.
Of course.
I spotted that you had shaved in your stream last night, and I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see where you were going with this. Because I was like, hold on. Boom doesn't just like whack it off for no reason.
Literally, widowy. Oh my God, bro. But thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. I will probably see you later today
Yes.
on Groovy Guy. Everybody, if you're watching right now, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more true crime or Luna being a horrible gamer.
Alright, that was really awesome. I appreciate Boom coming on and Boomlock Holmes for being with me while I went through that entire case. It was loads of fun. I enjoyed this. And yes, as Mr. Boom said, I will be on Groovy Guy podcast a little bit later on his channel. So definitely take a look at that. I am quite excited to see what he has in store for me on his podcast tonight. It's going to be really great. I will chat to you guys a little bit later. It was extreme lengths to go for attention from this girl. It was. All for a bit of attention. The weird things girls do for attention, right? The weird fucking things girls do for attention. I will chat to you guys later. This was loads of fun. Monday we're doing the Mackenzie Shirley case. I went through the Crash documentary that just went up on Netflix, and there's a few other things that have come out that I definitely want to be discussing. So I'll get that together, and we will definitely be talking about that on Monday. I'm quite excited, and we'll get back to the gaming on Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to play, but for now, I'm going to go chill and get ready for the Groovy Guy podcast. I'll chat to you guys later. Thank you for being here with me.